We're gonna go beyond our fence today and kind of go out in the wildwoods. We've been hearing tons of trees just coming down. We're kind of curious. We live in this old growth forest and it's on its way out. So we've got a lot of trees that are quite massive that have been coming down. And it is kind of scary because if you're out here in the woods and a tree's coming down, if it's coming in your direction, you're not gonna be able to get away. They come down so fast. Now this is that branch that came, oh, it took the fence down.
Sure did.
God dang it.
That's pretty easy to fix.
Yeah, that's not too bad. This is the one y'all heard yesterday, yeah?
Mm-hmm. The girls saw it come down.
Yeah, that's right. Lily said she saw it. All these trees out here are not doing so good because when we had the goats out here.
Well, this one's actually one of the healthier.
This one actually looks good, huh?
The goats didn't bother it at all. But,
nope.
And so it's interesting to look and see why this branch gave up.
It
looks healthy down here, but right up here,
some icky sap, huh?
there's this critical, icky sap, like it's been irritated for quite some time. That's the top part of the branch.
Morrow!
That's what gave out.
I've heard several big ones come down over here. Oh my God. Did y'all hear that, y'all? Sound like a tree coming down. I'm always worried about being in here. I don't want to be crushed by a tree.
And there's spider webs between all the trees.
It's fall, so that's when the spiders like to come out and they build their webs, getting ready to lay eggs and things.
So what you do is you carry a stick like this out in front of you, and it'll catch all the webs so you don't have to.
There's nothing worse than just getting a big old spider web right in your face and then you worry it's on you. Oh, look at these little guys. Those are the mushrooms, huh?
Mm-hmm. This is one spot the armadillo loves to dig around every night.
I don't really know much about mushrooms, whether they're edible or not. But
I'd love to learn.
Yeah.
We sure grow a lot of them out here.
Yeah, it's been real dry, so I don't think we'll see many mushrooms today. But we usually get a ton of mushrooms out here. In fact, I've been enjoying that one channel. What's it called, babe?
Honeybee Hollow.
Honeybee Hollow. Yeah, it's a really neat, it's like a new channel. And I've been enjoying a lot of stuff they've been posting about mushrooms and persimmon tea, and there's that king of the forest.
I suspect this is where most of the things that have fallen are fallen.
Look at that big old guy. He's huge. You see this one right here? The girls call it the king of the forest because it splits off like a crown.
It was alive last fall, but it didn't come back this spring.
We've got some sort of black mold that's growing on the trees. I don't know if it's killing the trees or what. But that guy, when that thing comes down, I just hope it doesn't go in the direction of the fence. Oop, that was a hole.
As long as it doesn't come down on everybody.
Another little hole.
This looks new right here. And it's these. These are all dead from that
they
black
are, aren't
mold.
they? God dang it. Look at that.
So most of what we'll hear is going to be coming down in this area. And by the lean of them, I think they're just going to fall harmlessly into this area where they've been falling.
Yes. Well, with all this commotion I've been hearing out in the forest, I don't see much down. We'll have to see. Go in that one area. Jumped up and bit me.
Oh, lawyer vine?
Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. Big old frog. He's just going. He's booking. He's booking fast. Mara!
Hey, puppy.
There you are. What are you doing? Oh, Pear Bear, you figured it out, huh, buddy?
Figured it out. Hi, buddy.
Those darn stumps, when we took all those trees out, they always get me. Wow, this got all wild. Look at those. Those are pretty.
I'm sure they had pretty blossoms.
Yeah, I think these are those yellow flowers.
Here's that little plant that makes those berries.
Yeah, this is, I don't know what it is. It's this interesting little wild plant. It's like makes these little
Is it a
peppers or something.
spice berry?
Have we tried it yet?
Yeah, they taste like a bell pepper, honestly. They're kind of good.
It does kind of taste like a bell pepper, but it has an off taste to it, like it's not edible.
Well, like maybe they're not ripe yet because they should turn red. They're still very yellow and orange.
Yes. Yeah, that pepper thing didn't taste very good. It left this nasty taste in the mouth.
Me and Lily had eaten them later on, like November, December, and they're kind of good.
Oh, look at those mushrooms.
Is that the one they call turkey tail?
I don't think so.
Oh, flies on the bottom.
on it. That's weird.
But the underside
Definitely.
doesn't have gills.
It's definitely very old.
Yeah, it's an old one. Quite a few here too. Same height.
Oh yeah.
Now this branch has been down for a while though. That came down last week.
Did it?
Yeah, I recognize the top of it.
Here's the snake tree here. Girls call it snake tree because it curves like a snake. Nate and I were out here when this one came down. We used to have a ladder right here. Lily would go up here and read her book. This came down, took out the ladder with it.
Right in front of us.
Yeah, right in front of us.
We were walking through the woods and we heard the cracking of the tree. And you're looking around like, okay, which one and where's it going? And it was this one, which I could have reached out and touched it, but we were on the other side of the fence. And it was falling away from us, so we just kind of watched it fall. And it crushed into this tree right where Lily's favorite reading spot was.
Luckily, she wasn't reading there that day.
That was scary. As a parent, you know,
you think of these things.
Your mind starts worst casing, and it's like I don't even want the kids to come out here until I get down all of the sick trees.
There are, oh wow, there are a few dead ones out here, aren't there? These.
It's like a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
These.
At least 5 of these big ones. That's a lot of firewood.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what they were, but it's definitely a hardwood. They could have been ash, which makes great firewood.
Aren't these ferns pretty? They just grow out here. I've got a whole bunch of them growing on the side of my house. I just let them grow because I think they're pretty. They die off in the wintertime, except the Christmas fern. That one's an evergreen.
Oh, look at that. The one that one's dead.
Oh, that one is dead. Look at that. It's attached to the fence.
Well, it's not quite attached to the fence.
And this one's dead too.
That one looks like it'll be pretty easy to make it fall away from everything.
Is that tree fallen, but it got caught in that tree? See it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I think it's been like that.
Really?
And these boards, in the springtime, there's this natural spring here, and this was a bog. My tractor sunk all the way down to the axles. And it's firm now, but I was stuck. I had to I was pushing down with the front end loader and it would just push into the mud, so I had to put some boards down to have something to push on. And they got shoved down so far that that's a loss. I ain't getting those boards back. Got spiders in your hair yet?
Not yet.
It's so pretty out here. I love this little fern gully.
Very peaceful. Can't wait to kind of clear this out. We've got about 11 acres, and some of this will become pasture for sheep, but the rest of it I really want to make wandering gardens with hydrangeas and azaleas. That's my goal. I see another big dead tree out there. See that one?
Yeah. And if that's been dropping branches too. It's almost better if they drop their branches before they totally come down.
Yeah. I just don't want to get squished by one.
Well, I'll be dropping these all first thing when the plants die back. And making a lot of firewood this December.
I gotta figure out where I can put my persimmon trees. My mom surprised me with 2 persimmon trees that I'm planted in pots for right now, but I need to figure out where I want to put them. This area is going to be pasture, right?
Yes.
For the sheep, when we get sheep.
Hopefully. I was hoping for sheep this fall. We've got so many projects right now just in the yard and garden and house.
And we got a lot of fencing to finish, which we like to do in the fall.
In the winter, yeah. It's a great time to do fencing in the winter. You don't get too hot and there's no bugs or snakes.
No ticks, snakes, spiders. I see a skink. Darn it. I just stepped on a stick and scared it away. You mean ash beetle? You said they're all ash trees, you think?
Well, without the foliage on them, I don't know. I'm just looking at the bark.
Yeah. And there's an ash beetle that will eat them, take them out, basically?
Yeah. It's a really pretty green beetle.
Oh, I think I've seen those before.
It's all the same species of tree that's just...
Crumping.
They're all
Well, the king
dead.
of the forest, what kind of tree was he?
Same as these, I don't know.
Huh.
I'm sure somebody more accustomed to the trees out here would be able to tell you at a glance of the bark.
Leaves are starting to fall. What is it?
Well, the top side of the branch gets this weird black fungusy rot. The top part breaks through and then eventually it just falls.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's that weird, funky mold or something that's getting into these trees and killing them. Because the king of the forest, he's got that mold.
It's a lot of work. Even one tree can be a whole week of work by the time you have firewood on the porch.
Yes.
It is a week of a lot of work. So I've got my work cut out for me this winter, but we'll be good on firewood and the woods will be a lot safer and sunnier. We'll be able to plant nut trees and
I want to get some nut trees out here and
native persimmons and some spice berries, stuff that likes to grow out here.
yeah, I'd love to get some just wild American persimmon trees too. The ones I got, these ones are Asian, because I really do like the Asian ones. They're good. They're crunchy, kind of like an apple. The American persimmons are good too. They're just different. They're squishy. And if you don't eat them at the right time, whew, it's the most sour thing you'll ever taste.
I'm surprised this little creek's
Still going for tomorrow.
cooling off.
You'd never know that she's a water dog. This is why she gets hosed off several times a day. She's used to it.
most of this is all coming down. It's got to be a garden.
Yeah, we're gonna expand the garden out. Right now, my garden is about a quarter of an acre, and when we open it up, we'll have over an acre, which I need to really grow the food that we need for our family. It's just a quarter of an acre is just not enough.
Look at all these orange blossoms and butterflies.
I don't know what they are, but they're pretty, aren't they? Did you look at all those? These are my little elderberry bushes. Well, here's one little elderberry. Not very good. It tastes gross. Okay. This is one of the projects I've been working on. I was telling y'all how I want to expand my gardens out into the wildwoods, and I'm going to do that by propagating. So that's what I'm working on here. I've got 200 azalea clippings, and then I've got, I can't remember how many I did of the hydrangea, but the hydrangeas are already rooting very well, so I'm already planting them into little half-gallon pots. And I also got some creeping Jenny here. See all the roots going? So that's how I'm going to expand out. All these areas back here, I want to have azaleas and hydrangeas and some sort of ground cover. I'm going to do creeping Jenny for right now because it's easy to propagate. And it also likes it can handle sun or shade. But I'm excited. This is the first time I've done this. And I'll let you know how it goes. Looks like Nathan is starting a fire. Are you starting a fire? This is that big old ash tree that fell on the chicken coop and took it out. Shit! Oh my god! Our chicken house.
We've got some work to do.
You trying to kind of burn the inside? Because it's so rotten in there, huh?
If I can get it going, that'd be the easiest way to get rid of the darn thing. We tried cutting it up, but it's just too big for my saw.
Alright, I'm going to go transfer more of those hydrangeas now that I finally got more potting soil. And I think that's going to be it for today, and we'll see you next time.